Hi everyone, CBSE Class 10 Math video solution to the sample paper given by the board for the board examination to be conducted in 2021. This is a basic version of the paper. We are looking at a 5-mark question. This question is from the chapter Applications of Trigonometry. Let's get started. This question 34 had an internal choice. We did a separate video for the first part. We called it 34A. The second part is what this video is all about. A 1.2 meter tall girl spots a balloon moving with the wind in a horizontal line at a height 82 meters from the ground, right? The balloon is moving in a horizontal line. The height from the ground is maintained constant, right? That's very important to solve this question. The angle of elevation of the balloon from the eyes of the girl at any instant is 60 degrees. After some time, the angle of elevation reduces to 30 degrees, right? The balloon has been moving. Initially, it was at an angle of elevation of 60 degrees. It then reduces to 30 degrees. Find the distance traveled by the balloon during this interval when the angle of elevation shifted from 60 degrees to 30 degrees, right? Let's have a schematic of this and understand what's happening, right? This is where the girl is standing, which is 1.2 meters. Her eye level is 1.2 meters above the ground. Initially, the balloon is at point E. The angle of elevation is at 60. The balloon moves in a horizontal line and the balloon right now is at point D. At that point, the angle of elevation dips to 30 degrees. What we need to find out is the distance that the balloon has moved. Let's look at the right triangles that are formed along with this. The point A is the point where the girl's eye level is. Balloon initially is at E, balloon moves to D. So, we are trying to find out the distance traveled by the balloon when the angle of elevation dipped from 60 degrees down to 30 degrees. We need to measure ED. That's what we are interested in finding out, right? Let's check out what all information we have and then see what finally, how we are going to go about determining this ED, right? E is the first position of the balloon spotted by the girl and D is the second position where the angle of elevation comes down to 30 degrees. The angle of elevation of the first point is basically angle EAB and that is equal to 60 degrees. The angle of elevation of the second point is angle DAC, which is equal to 30 degrees. These are all given to us in the question. So, the balloon has traversed a distance of ED, the same as the distance BC at the ground level, right? These two are parallel lines. So, ED is equal to DC, which is what we are trying to find out, right? What we need to find out is the measure of BC, which will give us the distance that the balloon has traveled. Additional information that we have is that from the ground level, which is EF, right? The balloon is at a height of 88.2 meters and at the eye level, the height of the girl is equal to 1.2 meters. So, essentially what we have is EF is 88.2, BF is equal to 1.2. So, EB is equal to 88.2 minus 1.2, which is equal to 87 meters. And it's quite evident that if EB is equal to 87 meters, DC is also equal to 87 meters, right? We need to find out BC. How are we going to find out BC? We're going to find out BC by computing AC, because we have a right triangle DCA in which we have the measure of one side and an angle. We'll be able to find out another side, which is AC. And then we are going to look at right triangle EBA. In this again, we have the measure of EB and we have a measure of an angle. Therefore, we'll be able to find out a second side, which is AB. So, I found out AC from triangle DCA. From triangle EBA, I am finding out the measure of AB. AC minus AB is going to give us the measure of BC. So, BC that we are trying to find out is nothing but AC minus AB. So, step 1, let's compute AC. Finding out AC, where we know DC is equal to 87 meters. So, the right triangle that we are going to be looking at is DCA, right angled at C. So, in this triangle, we know for angle 30 degrees, angle A, the opposite side is known to us. Our interest is in finding out the adjacent side. So, we are going to be looking at tan of angle 30 degrees, right? In right triangle DCA, tan 30 degrees is equal to the opposite side DC divided by the adjacent side AC. Tan 30 is equal to 1 by root 3. DC is equal to 87. We'll have to find out the value of AC. So, AC cross multiplying is equal to 87 root 3. So, we needed to find out two things to compute the value that we are interested in, of which the first part is done, AC is done. Now, let's move on to right triangle EBA. In right triangle EBA, right angled at B, the angle of elevation is equal to 60 degrees, which is the angle A here, right? So, tan of 60 degrees, again I am going for tan. Basically, I know the measure of EB, which is equal to 87. EB divided by, I am interested in computing the value of AB. Tan 60 is equal to root 3, EB is 87, AB is what we need to find out. So, AB is equal to 87 divided by root 3. So, AC is equal to 87 root 3, AB is equal to 87 by root 3. So, BC is equal to the difference between these two, right. So, BC is equal to AC minus AB. AC is 87 root 3, AB is 87 divided by root 3. Take root 3 as a common denominator. So, we will have 3 times 87, 87 times 3 minus an 87, which is nothing but 2 times 87. 2 times 87 is equal to 174. 174 divided by root 3 is the value of BC, right. We will basically rationalize the denominator. So, we will multiply and divide it by a root 3. So, 174 by root 3, I am going to multiply and divide it by a root 3. So, numerator becomes 174 root 3, denominator becomes a 3. 174 is divisible by 3. 60 into 3 is 180. So, 58 into 3 is 174. So, 58 root 3 is the measure of BC, which is the same as ED. So, the balloon has traveled a distance of 58 root 3 meters when the angle of inclination, angle of elevation rather, changed from 60 degrees to 30 degrees.
Before you leave, I want you to do two things. One, sign up at online.maxtute.com to get started with CBSE Class 10 Math online tuitions. It takes all of 5 minutes and less than 3 steps to get started. And second thing, I want you to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so that you get notified every time a new video is uploaded. Spread the word about this channel to your friends and classmates.